Prize for Peace may be offered this year to Mikhail Gorbachev, according to a leading news magazine.
Skirts will be longer next year, announced a leading fashion designer in Milan, in spite of repeated indications from both Paris and Tokyo that they will be
cause serious consequences throughout the globe within the near future. Scientists report predicts widespread variations in the normal weather patterns, including freak storms, searing droughts, floods, and heat waves, all of which may alter and disrupt.
Marcy Hansen entered his fourth major league start this afternoon, allowing
Take
Jack
a
Liddell
man,
to out-double in the eighth.
an American man, a middle-class, middle-aged man,
Hansen was trying to become
or a woman. It could be a woman. It works just as well with a woman. And of course, race is no obstacle. The man could be black, or the woman could be Hispanic. Or you could do the same thing with an Asian, or an Indian, or a Greek. You might even take a Russian or a Kuwaiti. What I mean is that with certain easy adjustments, you can take pretty much anyone coming home from work at the end of the day. But for easy figuring, it's best to begin with the typical suburban American male.
Series about people who have started new careers later in life. Now, what made Mrs. Emily Elbow decide to join the circus at the age of 58? To answer that question, we take you to the Elbow backyard, where Mrs. Elbow has set up her tightrope.
Janie! Teddy! Where's Mom? Rusty! Hey, Rusty! Hey, look at you guys, I'm alive! I made it! I'm home.
I'm in here.
Peggy? Peg? Where are you?
Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome home.
Thanks. You're not my wife.
You're not my wife.
Where's my wife?
She's safe.
What about the kids?
They're safe too.
Where are they?
They're with the wife.
Are they in the car?
Well, sort of.
What the hell's going on here?
Have a drink, and I'll tell you.
Where's my dog?
I brought along some of that hugely expensive vodka.
Where's the dog? Where's the cat?
It's in the freezer.
The cat's in the freezer?
The vodka's silly. Now relax.
I want to know where my family is.
I will tell you as soon as you've had a drink. Skål, or glasnost, or whatever. Now, look what I have here. Yummy. Caviar. Have you ever had caviar?
Of course I've had caviar. I've had caviar many times.
Well, then you know how fabulous it is. Now, I'm going to take this, and will you take that? And we'll go back in the living room and get to know each other better. Come on. Or are you afraid of intimacy? A lot of men are, you know. My first husband was. That's why I divorced him. But I like to think you're a little less hung up.
What do you mean my family is safe? Are they hurt? Is somebody sick?
They're all perfectly fine. Believe me, what happened is very simple. Your wife, Peggy, is that her name, Peggy? Peggy had to pick up Teddy at Little League, and she brought along Janie and also Rusty. That is the dog's name. And on the way home, she blew a gasket. I think it was a gasket. And she was right near a garage. So she coasted into the garage, and the mechanic said he could fix it right away. And right next door was a movie theater that was showing a new G-rated picture that no one had seen before and which firmly emphasizes family values. So they decided to fill up on popcorn and watch the movie while the mechanic fixed the car. They left Rusty in the back seat. I have no idea where the cat is. This is heaven. Here. Have some.
You know all this.
Because we arranged it.
You arranged it?
Absolutely. We tampered with the car so it would break down at that particular place. And we provided the accommodating mechanic. We scheduled the appropriate movie next door. We worked out the whole thing. I have another one of these. On us.
Who's us?
Our organization. The CBW. You haven't heard of the CBW?
No?
Citizens for a Better World.
Never heard of you.
Well, that's who we are. We're sort of like the CIA.
The CIA?
Well, I said sort of.
Hey, now look, the CIA.
Actually, we're different. We're better. We are a privately funded international watchdog agency that monitors anti-democratic impulses throughout the world.
I haven't been anti-democratic.
We know that, Bill. May I call you Bill? We know that. In fact, we think you may have been excessively pro-democratic. We think you may be the target of an anti-democratic plot.
What?
We think.
And my family?
We wanted them to be safe.
Safe from what?
This plot.
What kind of plot?
I think you may need a refill for this. You can imagine how tough this would be to pull off on, say, Diet Pepsi. We have reason to believe that there are people in this world who want you dead. And we didn't want your wife, or your children, or even your dog to be caught in the crossfire.
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 The cat, we felt, could take care of itself.
This is ridiculous.
I agree.
This is totally unbelievable.
I couldn't agree more. Others have felt exactly the same way. You're not the only one.
Others have been caught in this crossfire?
From time to time.
I'm calling the police.
Oh, don't.
I sure am. I mean, is this a kidnapping or what?
Not at all, I swear.
I mean, you want money or what? Because, look, I'm just a simple guy, but I swear that it's... Hey, phone's dead.
It's not dead, actually.
Well, there's no dial tone.
That's because we fixed it.
You fixed the phone?
We had to keep the line open for special incoming calls from Citizens for a Better World.
I get it. This is a joke, isn't it? This is a joke. The guys at the office set this up because I won the football pool.
This is not a joke.
Yeah, well, listen here, my friend.
Who's that?
I have no idea.
Could be them.
Who?
Whoever wants you dead.
Oh, Lord.
You better answer.
Me? Why not you?
Because it's your house.
But you have the gun. I'm not. I don't want to get... I mean, this could be dangerous.
That's exactly my point. Now answer the door. I'll cover you. Act casual or they get suspicious.
Marcia?
What's the matter?
What are you doing here?
I'm your next door neighbor.
I know that, Marcia. I appreciate that.
Good. Listen, Peggy just called it. She said that your phone's out of order. She's had some car trouble, but there's a garage fixing it on the spot, so they're going to see a movie while they wait to see you. Somebody in there with you?
What?
You've got Rita Rothenberg in there, don't you?
I do not.
Yeah, well, I hear she's been making the rounds lately.
Not here.
Well, all I know is I smell her favorite perfume.
No. No perfume here, Marcia.
No, that's Calvin Klein's Obsession I smell coming from that room.
You're crazy, Marcia. It's just me. It's just Arid Extra Dry.
Oh. All right, well, I'll let you and Peggy and Rita deal with that. I'm gonna go back to my meatloaf. Listen, our family therapist is dropping by later after supper just to observe us in our natural habitat. Would you like me to send him over here after we're through?
No, Marcia, thanks.
Okay. Listen, Peggy said start dinner without her. She'll be an hour or two.
Bye.
She was right about one thing.
What?
Obsession. She was right on the nose. Smell.
What's your name, by the way?
Daphne.
Daphne?
It used to be Mary Jane, but I changed it when I left the Peace Corps. I wanted something with a little more resonance. I wanted to sound vaguely mythological. Hence,
Miranda.
Percival.
I think I'll have a little more of that vodka, Daphne. I also think it's time you told me a little more.
I'll tell you what I can, or better yet, I'll show you. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty.
What is this?
That is a printout from our computer.
Looks like a list.
It is a list. Our computer monitors messages from all over the world, and we happen to monitor that one this morning.
It's a long list.
We think it's a hit list.
Hit list.
That's what we think. Read some of the names.
Mother Teresa, Prince Andrew, Pete Rose,
Continue.
Vanessa Redgrave, Bishop Tutu, John Cougar Mellencamp. These are certainly important people.
Read on.
Mary Tyler Moore, Lech Walesa, Pablo Santiago. Who's Pablo Santiago?
Pablo Santiago is a marvelous man who is continually challenging the Pinochet regime down in Chile.
Wow.
Look on this page, right in here.
Hey,
You see?
William S. Grieber. Hey,
Do you see what we're getting at?
I'm on this list.
Je suis sur cette liste.
Exactly. Now, do you see why I'm here? Is it all starting to become clear?
This is fantastic.
Glad you think so.
I'm right up there with Bishop Tutu. Me, William S. Grieber.
I imagine you feel both humble and proud.
I do, Daphne, I do. Hey, there's an asterisk after my name.
That's what worries us.
The asterisk worries you?
The asterisk worries us a great deal.
Why?
We don't know the organization which originated this list. We don't, for example, know if they're far left or far right. But we do think it's a hit list. And we think that the asterisk after your name means they intend to hit you first.
Me first?
That's what we think.
My God, why me?
That's what I'm here to find out.
But the police should be in on this, or the FBI.
They scoff.
They scoff?
They think we're a bunch of kooks. And who knows, maybe we are. All I know is that we don't want you to end this evening lying in a pool of your own blood.
I appreciate that, Daphne.
I mean, it is a tad scary, isn't it?
Sure is.
I must say you're handling this very well.
Well, I mean, at least I'm in good company. I mean, God, what a list to be on. I mean, Bishop Tutu, wow.
That's right.
Bruce Springsteen, Chief Justice Rehnquist, Steven Spielberg, Raisa Gorbachev. And then there's me.
Then there's you.
There doesn't seem to be much of a pattern to this list, does there? It's kind of a hodgepodge, Daphne, except that everyone's, well, done something.
That's right.
Except me.
That's the problem, Bill, and that's where you can particularly help us.
How?
Don't you see? You're the key. All these other people on the list have at least made their mark in the world. You, we don't know about you, Bill. So if we can just find out what particular thing you've done, then the pattern might become clear. Things might open up. Maybe we could close in on the organization that got up this list and perhaps save the lives of a series of significant people, including yourself.
So you want to know what I've done? What I've done in my life, how I've made my mark.
Exactly. I mean, you must have done something significant to get on this list. Some subtle commitment to the human race. a mute, inglorious gesture toward a better world? Our research department just couldn't find it. Think.
I'm trying. Not that big a deal, actually.
You're just being modest.
Not really, no. Actually, I'm not.
You look like a big deal to me.
I was treasurer of my class in high school, actually.
I see.
Yeah. And I'm doing okay in business. They're grooming me for an operations officer in sales development.
Yeah, that's good, Bill. That's fine. But what kind of civic activities have you done? What kind of outreach? I think that might be the key to the problem.
Well, I mean, we give to the... My wife supports the, I feel very strongly about acid rain.
And what have you done about it?
I don't think I've done that much, frankly, Daphne.
Well, all I know is there's something about you. If you haven't done anything significant in the world, Bill, you certainly could have. Oh, excuse me. That must be one of our people. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. Yes. No. That was headquarters.
I suppose that was about me.
It was, actually. Headquarters thinks things are coming to a head.
A head?
In about half an hour, they think. I'll give you my gun, of course, just in case.
Anna, wait a minute.
No, try to look at it positively. At least we'll find out more about this list.
How?
By confronting whoever it is shows up, by finding out who they are, what they want, why they chose you.
You mean threatening them with a gun?
It's up to you. Use your leadership qualities. I wouldn't kill them, though, unless it was obvious they intended to kill you.
I must say, I'm nervous as hell about all of this, Daphne.
Who wouldn't be? But you're handling it beautifully.
I just wish I knew what they wanted me for.
Well, soon you'll find out.
Of course, it could be a combination of things.
Could be.
I mean, I've always tried to pull my own weight. I mean, I vote. I do that religiously. And I marched against that Cambodian thing in the early 70s. Come to think of it, I carried a sign, a big sign. And once, after we had been in the city, I came back home and started to write a letter to the New York Times about the homeless. I was gonna say it was outrageous. I was gonna say, here we are, the richest country in the world.
Would you like to go to bed with me?
And we can't even...
Make love? I mean, we have about half an hour. There's just suddenly something about you. Kind of halo of potentiality. All I know is I suddenly find you overwhelmingly attractive.
Thank you very much, Daphne.
Then let's go upstairs. Now, I know you're a happily married man, but in a little while you're going to be risking your life for freedom. Why shouldn't you have a significant sexual experience while you still can?
That seems fair.
Absolutely.
The thing is, I don't know if I'll be able to concentrate, Daphne.
Don't worry, I've brought along a full bottle of baby oil. I'll give you a massage first, and then you can give me one, and one thing should lead to another. Unless, of course, you're gay.
No, I'm not gay.
Because if you are, it's all right. Our organization can send over a substitute.
No, that won't be necessary.
Or do you have any religious scruples?
No.
Some people do, you know. Some people let religion dominate every moment of their lives.
I believe in the separation of church and state.
I can believe that. And if you want to pledge allegiance or anything before we begin, you should feel perfectly free to do so. Now what?
Now what?
Yes? What? I see. Yes. All right, goodbye.
What?
Hell's bells.
What?
Oh, this puts an entirely different stamp on things.
Only what?
Are you sure your name is Bill Grieber?
Of course my name is Bill Grieber.
Well, their computer just thoroughly messed up, that's all.
What do you mean?
I mean that we've just discovered that there's another Bill Grieber, almost exactly your age, living in Sioux City, Iowa. And apparently he's the one who's on the list. What? Maybe that's what the asterisk was all about. Maybe their computer was saying it didn't know which Bill Grieber they wanted. And then our computer had to go and compound the error.
You think so?
It's the only explanation I can think of.
There's another William Grieber out there?
Apparently.
William S. Grieber? Another William Sudbury Grieber?
Damn these computers.
Maybe the computer got him mixed up with me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe I'm the hotshot and he's the nobody.
I don't know, Bill.
Yeah, well, what's he done that's so hotsy-totsy?
Oh, apparently he's made quite a contribution. He's on the Fair Housing Committee and works with the blind.
Oh.
Thank God Iowa's an hour behind us.
Where are you going?
I've got to catch a plane. I've got to fly out to Sioux City and sleep with the poor guy while there's still time.
What about me?
Oh, God, I hate this part. I'm terrible about goodbyes. I've had to learn to be ruthless. What about you? Well, we've called the garage. Your wife's car is being fixed immediately. Oh, meanwhile, we've seen to it that the projector broke down at the movie theater. Your family should be home any minute. I'd start the hamburgers if I were you.
No, but you can't go now. I mean, we were going to. Couldn't we at least?
No, sweetie. I'm sorry. It wouldn't be fair. I hate to rub it in, but you're not really on the list.
Wait, Daphne, wait, listen. When I was a kid, I worked at a YMCA camp one summer, and I'm getting seriously interested in disarmament.
And I'm thinking of marching for the Equal Rights Amendment.
And I'm good about pollution. I make the kids take out the trash and separate the bottles. In fact, I really think the next few years may well determine whether mankind survives on this planet, Daphne. I really think that.
Bye, Bill. Oh, look. There's your cat. Waiting to come in.
I want to be on that list, Daphne. I really want to be on it.
And maybe someday you will be.
This isn't my cat. And so I became very involved in politics at the local level, and now serve on the Citizen Statewide Environmental Protection Council.
Mnie udało spasać skitów I sibirski dos.
I don't know whether what I've done gets me on the list or not, but sometimes, late at night, I have this dream that Daphne comes and tells me that I've made it.
Of course, it's hard work going from house to apartment to tent to igloo. But we all pull together and help each other out, and slowly we seem to be getting somewhere. I do feel that we're making Citizens for a Better World in the long run. And the proof of the pudding is that our list is getting longer and longer every day.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. And listen, if you can't say anything real nice, it's better not to talk at all.
Just ahead at KPBS Television, stay tuned for stand-up comedians on Comedy Tonight.
Your way, I'll go mine. It's best that we do. Here's a kiss. I hope that this brings lots of luck to you. Makes no difference how I carry on. Remember, please don't talk about me when I'm gone. To state clearly again, please don't talk